Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Welcome. Sorry, everyone's jumping in. Let me just get everybody in. Day 2. Awesome. Hello. It's great to see you guys back. Some new faces, some return offenders. Thanks for all the cameras. Hi, Claire. Hi, Lou. Nice to see you. Mitchie. We'll just keep letting everyone in. Teresa's back. Welcome back. Jackie. Hi, Alex. Good work. Okay. Wonderful. Look at all your lovely faces. It's funny, I have like reverse, when you have jet lag, you like, I don't know, this doesn't usually happen to me, but like I've got the reverse cycle. So it feels like morning and it's 8 o'clock at night here. And I'm like, morning, morning, morning. And then my mornings are, except now I drink wine in the morning in my world. Okay.
Great.
I hope you're all amazing.
What are you doing in isolation there?
I know, right? No, don't get me wrong. I just have one glass a day. I'm restricting it. And it's only a little one. Because, you don't want to go too crazy. There's a full 14 days in here. Today is day 5. I have 9 days to go. It's a whole new level of alone time, but it's great. I love it. I'm having fun. And it's a new moon as well. Today is today the 25th. It is. It really is. Awesome, guys. I'm loving all the cameras on. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're just waiting for everyone to arrive. Everyone's still just rocking up. I know Ryan said it explains my whole day. Yes. It has been an interesting time. But how wonderful and how lucky we are. Hi, Doreen. Okay, I'm actually just going to put this. Okay, so I'm not going to do much talking today because I want to give you guys more time to talk. I realized that last night, because we only have 30 minutes for these calls, and how you guys can connect and share your aha moments, share what you got out of your study today. What I would say is, if you haven't worked your whole way through session 2, don't worry. It's okay. There's no sort of right or wrong with any of this. Just keep working your way through it. At the weekend, you can catch up because you have Saturday and Sunday. You probably have more time. I know there's a few people, like I know Jen, amazing Jen. Hi Jen, great to have you here. She finished up work today. So she was like, can I catch up from yesterday and today and then bring it through? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. You don't have to do it all. I think it's really important to just know, and Nicole as well, awesome, just to know that you don't have to cram it all in. That's not the idea. Just do what you can, move through it. We have 5 days, and whatever you get out of the 5 days is going to be amazing. So I know people are doing a lot with children at home and school and work and all these kind of things that are happening. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, hold on, just give me a second, guys. I'm just going to try get it, see if we can just show. Okay, so do you guys want to crack on? Who wants to go? So basically, this is what I encourage you guys to do. I encourage you to turn your camera. If you haven't already got your camera on, just do it. Don't think about it. Just press it. I remember the very first time when I was ever on a call with Bob Proctor and the crew, and they were like, everyone has to turn cameras on, and they started going around like taking everyone's cameras off. This is like years ago when you were able to do that. You can't do that anymore. And I was just like, oh my God. And I wasn't ready for the day. And I was like, oh well, let's just embrace it. And it just got me over the whole idea of like giving a shit what people think about how you look. So if you need that little push or that encouragement today, you were welcome to do that. Unless you're naked. Oh my God, it's really funny. Did you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this. There was a thing went viral. It was like a conference call of people, because you know everyone's doing conference calls now, people at work. And there was a girl who thought she like turned off her camera, and she took her phone with her to the toilet in front of all her work colleagues and went for a wee. It was very funny.
It happened to one of my
Hopefully
clients
you guys can hear
yesterday.
me. No way, Ryan.
And they were recording their video conference, and then he was in his bedroom getting changed afterwards, and the whole thing's recorded.
I've seen some really cute things. Like I remember one day, sorry to digress, but I remember one day someone was on a conference call with me and they had a mirror behind them, but they didn't realize. And their girlfriend came into the room, was like standing beside the table where they were, and they thought that I couldn't see the girlfriend, but I could see in the reflection. And next thing he starts like feeling her ass. I'm just like, I could see what you're doing. Like, it was just really funny. So yeah, just be aware. Sometimes they can see more than you want. Okay, I'm gonna hand it over to you guys. Let's get cracking and sharing, and let me hear what you got out of the second day of all of this. What was helpful? What was the aha? What did you take from the session that you want to now implement into you know, your life moving forward?
I'll start.
Yeah, go for it.
I guess at the start of it, Bob was just kind of talking about spiritual and stuff like that, and there's probably part I've probably put into my own words. It says stick to the idea you have to get the result that you want. So yeah, don't get off that line of where like what you're trying to achieve. Like, even though there might be hurdles in the way, but there's hurdles in our life every day. You just got to assess it when it's there and deal with it and find a way around it, underneath it or over it, and then yeah, continue on. So yeah, just stick to the idea that you have in your mind, and don't let anything get in the road of it, I guess. Yeah,
brilliant. So like, do you interpret that like get into your own lane?
Yeah.
Like, stay in your own lane. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, if it's your idea, don't let people interrupt it. It's just like tunnel vision. Stick to the idea. Yeah. And then achieve the goal at the end of it, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so important in this like current climate, isn't it? Because there's so much going on, like this, especially external things or in the news or whatever. Like, it doesn't, you can't really avoid it, like anywhere that you go. And actually, we were even talking about this today at home, was that like even now there's so much saturation on social media of things people can do, like, you know, do this workout and join this thing and do this thing, and it's like it can be another level of overwhelming in a different way. So it's like, how can we just stay focused in our lane? And
yeah, like Sam talks about it a lot. Like, there's all these things on TV, and like they're just trying to put so much stuff out. It's like, if you let it affect you, you're going to hop on that bandwagon, and it's just going to domino effect. So it's a good time for everyone to kind of, you know, get that tunnel vision and just control.
Absolutely.
So
love it, Tyrone. Well done. Great takeaway, and real helpful for everyone to hear and to remember. Love it.
Yeah.
What else did you guys get?
I think on the back of that, Mairead, I'm Mairead, by the way. Sorry, the kettle's just going. That's one of those things, the noise, background noise. Bob said, whatever is going on around you, you have the ability to accept or reject it in the subconscious mind, which I've heard a lot, obviously, over the year of studying his material. Interestingly, I think working in healthcare, that's probably one of the biggest take-home messages right now, because work is crazy. Anyone that works in a hospital that's on this call will know that it's just the anxiety and the fear around what's to come is just really real for so many people, and people are acting in very out of character ways. So just always reminding yourself that you can choose to either, exactly what Tyrone said, go with it, or choose to, reject some of it because it's getting thrown at us left, right and centre, the fear factor.
Absolutely. So we can choose to accept or reject anything that's really shared with us. So if it's a thought, an idea, maybe someone's like reaction to things even, it's like, do I choose to accept this idea or not? And it takes that kind of mental development and discipline to be able to give yourself a space to know that you can still be in control of what comes in and what doesn't. And agree, I can only imagine what it's like in there now. It was bad enough when I was still there, and now this is on top of it, so it's full on, I can imagine. But I think as well, getting into your purple bubble, water ducks back, and I think the good thing about you guys being together is that what I've become really aware of is that when stress is triggered, or when we have basically when we're under pressure, is when our strongest paradigm or our like most conditioned habit will come to the surface. So if you're somebody who like is action orientated or a doer, you'll find that you'll be more of that way when you're under pressure. Or if you're like someone who really kind of catastrophizes things, then you might find that you're more that way. Or if you're somebody who's like has to eat up information or research, you'll find that you're kind of more that way during these times. So it's like, I think it's also to just be aware that you might notice that you're a bit more, say if you suffer from times where you feel more anxious or times where you feel fear, it may just flare up during this time. But again, we can learn things through this material and also through these discussions about how we can kind of tame that beast, right? And just kind of bring it back down to a level that feels a bit more like we can manage. So yeah, I think it's a really good point, Kirsten, that whole piece, accept or reject it. And hopefully these moments are really helpful for you guys as well. Okay, who else wants to go?
I'll go, Marie.
Yeah, Nina.
I'll just go through my highlighted bits. Is that okay?
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay. So I love the bit where Bob always talks about, and again, it took me freaking ages to get this, it's repetition, that we work from the upside down, inside out. So if our internal is not right, then our external is going to be chaos, right? So it's about that self-mastery, that internal first. And leading on from that was, everybody around me, friendships, people within my business, within our community, I can actually now tell what is going on in their mind through their behavior and actions, which is bizarre. So I always know kind of, let's go back to up here and let's just have a look at what we're thinking about, which I never have known without TIR and this amazing material. Like it all comes back to up here. It's like reverse engineering, isn't it, from the result all the way back, which is just so powerful. Again, do the illogical, links into that, and train yourself.
Talking to you a lot.
Yeah, train yourself to be really relaxed in the knowing as well. So, for everybody who knows me, I am very always in flow. So I like, a lot of entrepreneurs put the word hustle next to them, where I'm the complete opposite. I'm like so in flow. Like if you say the word hustle, you've lost me, I'm gone. Because I just find that really masculine and forced, and this big like barrier goes up. So for me, it's all about stilling the mind, having clarity, vision, serenity, and then I will align. So align like so much that it just has to happen. It just attracts. And I think once you make a decision like that, and once you can feel it, then your mountains move, people come to you, people show up, and it happens. And one other thing that I absolutely loved was the Power Life script. And again, learned this within TIR, and I've been incorporating it into my daily practice for the 6 months, where I literally have it all on voice notes and I play it over and over and over again. Sometimes I'm not even really listening to it. I'm hanging out the washing, feeding the kids, but it's there going in my subconscious mind, so I know that it's feeding in. So that was powerful again. Yeah.
Awesome. Amazing.
Can I just mention something to everyone? Probably. There was a
Sure.
part that Bob, he said there was like a saying that he said. Did you all say that part?
Just say it one more time. Sorry, I didn't hear you at the start, Tyrone.
Bob, like, he had a message like on his phone that he went back to get it printed off. Did you see that part? How he like read out something off his phone?
Yeah.
I recommend everyone go and video that, so it's on your phone so you can just listen to it. Yeah.
It's so good, hey?
Yeah, it's very powerful. Like, I took a lot out
And
of
I
it.
think finding something that resonates with you guys individually is really important. You know, the words that you really like and the words that you really enjoy, from what he's saying, like the one-liners that you can put into your Power Life script is really important. So, yeah, awesome. So good.
Hello.
Hello. Who's that? Alex. Hello.
So I'm similar to some other people. I've done like a binge on this today. Caught up with the first session. I'm halfway through session 2.
Oh, woman.
Smashing through it. It's been great. I guess you guys all discussed session 1 yesterday, so I won't dwell on that. But
you share what you want to share. It's fine. There's no right or wrong.
I don't know, like it's good for me to come back to it all, I guess, because I've been so disconnected from all this recently. And just hearing, I suppose, the extended version of what we've got in TIR, and just him articulating certain things which you kind of think you know and you haven't really thought about in that way before. Like, I don't know, he was talking about like the emotion, spiritual, intellectual, physical, and like suddenly it just clicked to me. I was like, wait, I'm just like sitting around waiting for it to like happen and like half-heartedly doing it. And I was like, the little actions that you take, like that one choice or one thing you do day by day, like even if there's no physical result from it straight away, that doesn't mean it's not like doing something in the background or letting you work towards it. So I had a bit of a aha moment, which was really nice. And then even like just the half an hour I've listened to from today, what did he say? It was like, you're the only problem that you'll ever have, and you're also the only solution. Again, like big time for me. It really resonates. And the third thing was like, again, what was it? It's like, so your idea is, if you have an idea and you like stick to it, that's like your vibration, and then it has to produce a result with the little stick figure dude. And I think I've like understood the stick figure before, but he just explained it like that idea is your frequency. And actually, if you let go of that idea, then you let go of the frequency, and yeah, that's when it can happen. And I feel like personally, I do this, and that's where my lack of progress has been in the past, where I let go of the idea. So that's why I've not seen progress. Whereas if I do this work and do the repetition, that's where it's going to come from. So it's been super helpful so far.
Hey,
yeah,
woman.
Yeah,
so good. That's it. And the thing is that the more that you guys study, the more you expand your understanding and get involved in other parts of what we have to offer, you start realizing that it's like it's all a development of your understanding, and then being able to apply it. And then what happens is the gap gets closer between your understanding, your application, and the results. You start seeing it happen quicker and quicker. So it's so good, Alex. I'm so glad that you had a good old binge. I was about to binge on when there's all this stuff happening all around. So yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. And we have this all weekend. How good is that? Tomorrow's Friday here. I mean, I haven't even turned on the TV. I don't even know what's going on out there in the world.
Oh,
I don't need to.
Yeah, I got really inspired by this earlier. From getting back onto all this, one of the things that I've not acted on doing is filming a bunch of videos for fitness stuff. And the girl I work for and I today went down to like the busiest beach in Byron, put on a Facebook Live Facebook Live, and just filmed a video like for 50 minutes in front of a beach full of people. And I was like, wow, this is sick. See what happens when you actually do shit you want to do and haven't done.
There you go, knowing doing gaps, smashing it.
Exactly.
Yay! Love it. Well done, Alex. Keep it up. Well done. Brilliant. I won't turn on the telly, Kirsten. Why would I do that? Sounds like a crazy idea. Who else wants to go? I'd love to hear from someone like who hasn't spoke from last time. Who didn't speak last time?
I'm happy to talk.
Hi, Nicole.
You can hear me with the kids in the background.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We accept children and all here.
Oh, you can have them, no joking. So I really loved the quote, "It's not who you are, it's who you think you're not." I really I didn't write so many notes because I had the kids around, but that just really resonated with me because, you know, we can be very comfortable with who we are, but then we think about, you know, when I'll cook with you in 1 second, okay? It's like who you think you're not, and just repeating, oh, you know, I can do all this, but I can't do that. So it's really, for me, I found that really powerful, and it's so true. And also because of the situation right now, I really resonated with the reaction, and that we're really in control of our reactions. So I'm in Israel, so we're at a different stage with you guys. Just for the fact that you said that the beach was full in Bondi just like blew my mind for a second. But my reaction right now to that, I can choose if I'm going to be frustrated or upset or all these other things, which, you know, a week ago or so, I was getting like angry and sad and all this other stuff. And when I changed my mindset to positivity, even all my posts on Facebook just completely changed. I realized I was in control of that, and I can't be in control of the world. And I think that part resonated with me right now. And it's just reminded me that, yes, we're all in control of our reactions,
Yes.
because we have so many crazy ones right now with the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. So good, Nicole. And it's true, right? Again, something I've been thinking about is like, all we can do is two things really, is control the way that we're being and our behavior, and then just set intentions out there to the world, and just lead by example. Just lead by example for other people in what we think is the right thing to do. That's it. Everyone else has to take responsibility for themselves as well. So
yes, let go of control. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's not easy for us, but we're all getting there. So well done. So good. Yeah. And you also with the whole piece on the quote that you mentioned around, it's not who you think you are, not who you are, it's holding you back, it's who you think you're not, is around like, well, okay, now that I'm aware of that, how can I redesign myself? Like who do you actually want to be, and who do you, if you think you're not, then how do you try to put it on its head? Getting rid of limitations. It's just about how you're thinking about yourself, and how can you think about yourself in a positive way. Yeah, making a new model that makes the old model obsolete. Right? Amazing. Great, Nicole. Thank you for sharing. So good.
I haven't seen all of today, but I wanted to kind of add to what Nicole said there. Like, I know that a lot of us are trying to avoid taking in kind of coronavirus content, but today I've actually been actively consuming it. And not because I want to consume it because I want to see the news, but because I'm actually finding so much opportunity in it, in legislation changes, in the way that people are reacting, in like awesome people in the job market, for instance, that are losing jobs that we can pick up and provide opportunities to and leverage their talent and those kind of things as well. Yeah. So I think like there's so much value and so much power in changing I think it came from yesterday, but in changing your perception. So like now I'm reading this content and I'm watching these videos, trying to take information to get opportunity to sell more to customers, for instance.
Well, you know what it is, Ryan? What it is that you're not emotionally invested in it. So you can intellectually, you know, when you go through the different stages and you're like we're spiritual beings and we have a physical body, and in between it we've got an intellect so we can think, and then we've got our emotions, right? Our emotions is like the energy that goes out from the point of view for the law of attraction. So we never want to emotionalize something we don't want to attract. So what you've been able to do, and what I think what's happened for you, is that you've been in this great space and it's felt exciting, is that the emotion is nearly like emotion of opportunity, emotion of excitement, and you haven't emotionalized anything negative. So intellectually you can think about it, but you're not emotionalizing anything negative. So that's the difference, I think, is for when people, I can talk about it. I have no problem talking about it. I have no problem to a certain extent, but then I can feel myself if the emotion of the conversation goes. So it's great because you're emotionalizing it in such a positive way, internally, and intellectually being able to actually I suppose, utilize it as well as you
Yeah,
can.
and just using it as fact. So today, and I kind of wanted to add this to everybody, like the power that this has had. So I think I was messaging Mairead after last night's call, and like the amazing energy I felt, and the fact that I couldn't sleep after last night's call because I had so much energy. It was like the same as what I felt when I started TIR. Today, our biggest customer in Victoria that we have here, we've doubled. It looks like we've doubled the amount of work that we get from them. So like, there's an extra $250,000 to $300,000 in sales in one day, just from taking a different perception on the content and being brave in the way that we've kind of gone to that customer. So yeah, like there's so much power in this stuff, and I kind of wanted to share that with you guys, that if we just change the way that we look at it, we can actually turn it into opportunity.
It's pretty epic, Ryan. Thank you for sharing. It's very, very inspiring. And this is the thing, like, I suppose this is my absolute, like, diehard sole purpose in this world, is to try and help everybody realize that like, I know intellectually and in the environment and community right now, everyone's trying to be real, and I get it. Like, there's loads of shit happening out there, I get it. But if you can just get yourself in this little bit of a space of a bubble, I'm telling you, it is the place to try and stay. Because it is really the difference between us getting sucked into it and having a different experience. So that is so good. Yay. I'm not surprised. I really am. I'm delighted, but I'm not surprised, because I knew when you messaged me last night, I was like, shit's gonna go down. Remember I said to you, I was like, watch.
I think your last message to me was big things are about to happen, and then I went to bed.
And then you woke up to that. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. That's all I can say.
It's okay. I only take 10%. 25.
I only take 10%. Come on.
Love it. So good. So good. Louise, come on.
Hi.
Hi.
It's great to be on. I'm starting the day off right today, so it's all good.
Yes, you are.
me,
Louise, thank you for starting time at work to come and talk to us.
yes. Really for me, I found the second session, the end of it with Arash, was so good. Just there's so many practical tips in there, and so much like just straightforward information that's not complicated, so straight to the point and so helpful. So I'd really recommend everybody check that out for sure. It's about half an hour at the end.
Yeah, my little buddy, he's amazing. He's a good friend of mine, and Louise has met him as well.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool dude. And I think I mentioned it yesterday, if anyone is interested in learning any more about what we do at Spritz or what happens at PGI, and you're interested in any other anything else after this paradigm shift, let me know, because I can help you out in certain ways. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So who else wants to share their twinses? I don't want to put anyone under pressure who I don't know, so that you just know that you can talk, okay?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, Marie. Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hi. And
Hi.
I also
Hi.
saw Therese, you're next, Therese. I saw you unmute yourself. Yay. You can come talk to us.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I'm just trying to catch everybody, because that's what happens.
Of course. Yeah, just two things. One thing is a little bit more trivial, but something that really just impacted me was the marketing director, the girl who speaks in between the breaks.
Yeah,
so she was just saying about with self-image and stuff, that she has all of these wonderful clothes at home and things like this. It might seem silly during this time, but I feel during days that I've been feeling like not myself, that like if I just pull out things that make me feel good and uplift myself, like through dress or through, even yesterday I was like organizing all my jewelry and I put on my good earrings. It just really made me feel really, really good. So I just think that's really important. And then the other thing was, she was speaking to this man, I forget his name at some stage, and he was talking about how he drove Bob to the airport and how Bob was telling him all of this content. He was like, I know, it's like what you say, Mairead. I know. And then he grabbed him on the arm really hard and for impact, and he said, but you don't understand it. And I think that is something totally on like my journey, that I think with everything, with all the books that I read and all the courses I've done, it's like, you know it, but you don't know it, and I just think that like the paradigm seminar and stuff, he puts it in such context that make you kind of click and have these aha moments in ways that are just downloading. It just feels like constant downloading on an internal level. And I just think from there, then you can implement it into your life, which is so beneficial. So they were two really important things. And then just the last thing was when he was talking about the cruise ship and, you know, failure. And he's just so, like, not stoic, that's like the wrong word, but he's like so sturdy and so solid. And I just loved that. It was like something I really wanted or really found comforting, especially in this time. It's like, no matter what, or he had lost something before the show. It was that he had lost something really valuable before the show, before the seminar. And he was just saying, like, you know, it's exactly where it's supposed to be and it's okay. And I just really longed for that kind of, yeah, sturdiness and resilience kind of, yeah. So yeah, lots in that. Sorry, guys.
No, it's perfect, Rosie. It's great. And it's true. Like, it's so easy. Like, I could just rock up on these calls and be my PJs and, like, just, you know, not do my hair or not wear earrings or, like, you know, it's so easy to just not, because you like, I don't have to. But the thing that you should, I mean, I'm asking myself every day is, am I showing up as the version of me that I want to be? And it's not to put pressure. Like, I don't feel it's like a pressure thing. It's more like I actually enjoy it. I love getting up in the morning, having a shower, getting dressed, getting ready, putting on a face, just like, and having my environment organized. I don't know who I was talking to today. I think it was the other Jen. And we were talking about the importance of our environment, especially now because so many of us are inside a lot. So, well, we should all be pretty much inside a lot. Is, you know, the environment that you're in, is this the time for you to be able to, you know, rearrange things, get things looking neat, throw stuff out that it's not serving you anymore? And yeah, get dressed up, Rosie. Maybe we should have like a grand finale on Saturday or Sunday night where everyone has to wear their, like, you know, get dressed up for a Saturday night out. Rosie will probably win. She has unbelievable fashion style. I think you will win. Oh my God, we should so do that. Like, we get dressed up like in ball gowns for the call. Imagine, that would be so fun. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe the no human contact is getting to me. Okay. Teresa, are you here? I know that you dropped out and I'm hoping she's back. Sorry, I can't see everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I can see you and hear you. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, my internet keeps dropping out. I don't know. But I'm not quick enough as well. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the thing that resonated with me, I guess, was the self-talk thing when you're young. And, you know, they were talking about he was talking about the infants and how you absorb everything and you just believe it because that's what, I guess, you learn. And then it's really hard to unlearn that because that's the self-talk that you give yourself all the time. And when I look back and I get really frustrated with myself because I have all these really good ideas, but I let go of them because my self-talk tells me that I can't do it or it's not a good idea, or I think of all the other blocks that you put in place for yourself, you know. And so I think the thing that I guess grabbed onto today was that little saying that someone else talked about before, Tyrone, about the surround yourself with people who see the greatness within you. And I know people that have done that with me before, and they tell you things you think, oh really, like, is that really, do you see that in me? And I guess it's a confidence thing a little bit about what you take on and what you believe in yourself. So that's, I guess, something that resonated with me over the last 2 days.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So the people you surround yourself with is massive. So that's why, say, for example, this group, oh yeah, you're still here. Getting together here is so important because not everyone will understand why you're trying to be upbeat. Right, so the people that you surround yourself with, and also just looking at Therese, how you can just play with what you'd rather say in your mind. Like, if you can replace that self-talk with something else, what would you like that conversation to be? And I think that's the thing with taking things away from the paradigm shift is like, well, what would that conversation look like if I was going to, should I change this? What would it look like if I just said, you know, what's the worst that can happen? Or maybe if I give it a go, imagine if it works out. And just kind of, the key with it is not to go too harsh and be like, you know, Bob always gives the example of like someone who's, say, on social welfare, and then suddenly they start saying, I'm a millionaire, because your mind takes a while for your mind to accept if there's a big gap between the reality and what you're trying to say. But if you can just say things that are progress and getting you more closer to where you want to be, like, you know, every day in every way I'm getting better and better, or anything I put my mind to, it always I put my mind to and decide that I want comes to fruition, or things are always working out for me, you know, something like that. That's like, it can start replacing that self-talk, and then over time it will help from a confidence point of view. So, oh, I loved that share. Thank you. That was really good. And just so you know, there's lots of people that aren't young that are part of this. They just sometimes don't come here. So don't feel like you're, I know my mum always thinks that she's like the only person that's on this call that's over 20. Yeah. No one's 20.
I think that's that thing about the next yesterday as well was really good, about having that thing, you know, when you have had that negative talk, get it go next. And I really like that too. That was really good.
Yes, love it. Wonderful. You guys are doing so well. Does anybody else want to share anything?
Maria, just to like to just double check on everything there. So with just say like changing just with like changing paradigms and changing like self-negative talk. Basically, are we just reinforcing our new positive habits and stuff like that with just like pure, like not purely just affirmations, but basically our affirmations are the best way to continue to embed in our subconscious our new way that we want to continue to progress?
So there's three things when it comes to paradigm shifting. There's three different layers. The first one is, well, probably four actually. The first one is awareness. So say, for example, you become aware, you notice, okay, hold on, this is a repeated pattern, be it internally within my mind or externally, there's something that I'm doing that is not serving me. It's not bringing me towards my goal. So the first step is awareness, to become aware of what it is that's holding you back. The second step is to decide. So only pick one or two paradigms that you want to create at a time. Don't try change it all. You'll start noticing the more that you get into this material that you have, we all have things that we do that we don't like, and there's more than one or two. Don't try change them all at one time, just pick one or two. And then what I would say is there's three different layers. That's when I talk about the three from paradigm shifting that you need to think about. The first one is the repetition from a conscious point of view. So if you think about the stick person, if I had a diagram, I'd draw it for you. If you think about the stick person, just draw it on your piece of paper in front of you. And you think about your paradigms are on three different levels. One of them, if you draw the stick person, draw the circle in half. One is conscious level. So you're consciously aware of your paradigm on a conscious level. So let's say it's your self-talk. You're aware that you're saying things to yourself in your mind. Okay, so I'll just go through the three things to be aware of, and then we can talk about how we change it. Then on a subconscious level, that self-talk is infiltrating you emotionally on a subconscious level. Okay, and then your body is behaving in a certain way because of what's going on in those two different layers. So I'll give you an example. Let's say your self-talk, Mitch. Let's say your self-talk is like saying to you right now, you're not good enough. Let's just use that for an example. Intellectually, you can hear that. You can hear the I'm not good enough part. Emotionally, and it affects you emotionally because it stops you from doing the things that you want to do, because you start feeling fear because you think, oh shit, I'm not good enough at this. I'm not going to even try. So emotionally, it stops you from even trying and your physical body moving into action. Okay. So when you're trying to shift paradigm, so let's say we pick a paradigm that you want to improve your confidence and you want to become more effective moving towards your goal. And you notice the paradigm that's holding you back is that you don't think you're good enough. What you want to do is you want to really target it at three levels: intellectually, emotionally, and with your actions. So intellectually, what are you going to tell yourself? What is that sentence that you're going to use that's going to override that conversation that's currently going on? So emotionally, how does that feel when you do that? So, yeah.
My affirmation that I've been running is I unconditionally love and believe in myself constantly. Like, I'm writing that, embedding that constantly. I have like half a book that's full of it that I'm just trying to emotionally get involved with. And
just say it to me one more time.
I unconditionally love and believe in myself.
Okay. So the next part of this is you have to ask yourself, if you have completely accepted this idea, how would your behavior be different?
Well, yeah, I'd suppose I'd be the person that I want to be and confidently hold and present myself in any situation.
So would it be different to how you're behaving right now?
I think I can definitely see snippets of myself when I do feel like I am that person, and I can confidently be that. And I know that I'm definitely getting better. I can see the progress, which is great. But then there's still those times where you're like, oh, I just don't know why I don't feel on top of my game at the moment, which is cool. But I suppose it's all part of the process.
Well, I wouldn't let yourself off the hook so easy.
Yeah. Thank you.
So there is gaps because you're not where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
So you say to yourself, okay, I'm intellectually, I'm consciously repeating myself this new desired paradigm that I'm working towards. I'm doing it intellectually, I'm emotionalizing it, but the action side of things is slack. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that if you said to yourself, okay, if I really, really believed in myself, I'd probably be doing this, this, and this, and this. I'd be taking more action doing this, this, and this. So this is like the embodiment. And I think this is the part that a lot of people don't realize is that, yes, you can study and you can do all the study and the progress, but what the support is that you need is in the process from intellectualizing it to living it.
Yeah.
So
those
today, being that person now.
So when there are those moments that pop up and there's like the like little bit of like you know, that the split second decision, it's just like, all right, go for it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah,
it's just like, you know, terror barrier. That's what it is. Your terror barrier is there constantly trying to pull you back into your old paradigms. That's what's happening. He'll go through it over the next few days. It's just pulling you back into safety and into your old paradigms, and you just need to kick its ass.
Yeah, for
sure. I maybe mention something, maybe, Mitch?
Yeah, mate.
Like, I guess I've never really thought of like paradigms like that. I just kind of looked at myself and found out who I was as a person. Like, dig right into yourself and get your core values and know what really ticks you, like what makes you work, and just like go with that. Like, I've never really looked at paradigms. Like, I just look at myself, like what do I enjoy, what is my core value, and then I just go off them and really define those. Like, find out who you are as a person, dig right into it.
I just think as well, like, everyone needs to not hold back on their goal. Like, for want of another word, like, if you look out there in the world, the shit just hit the fan and everyone was waiting, you know, oh, maybe one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that, one day I'll do this, then I'll go after it. You know, stop waiting, because the world is ever changing and it's only you that's in the way. And I think that's the message with all of this is embrace it, like fully embrace your goal, live it now, stop caring what people.
Just lost you there for a second.
Actually, think the thing with all this is don't just see this as like a nice little exercise. I mean, you can, but you can also see it as the time that your life changed forever in such a positive way. You know?
Yeah, we just lost you for about 30 seconds there. So
I was talking to myself. Maybe it's recorded. You guys can listen back.
Yeah.
Maybe just between me and the universe.
But yeah, that was beautiful. I'm glad this is all bubbled to the surface, because it's definitely how, and on top of what everyone else has said as well, like just completely surrounding yourself with people that are uplifting and want to only see the best in you, because it is hard being in a small town surrounded by some people where you got to take that step and they still want to cut you down and take you down a notch, and just, I don't know, it's hard, but just continue to surround myself by the people that matter and continue to keep striving.
That's one thing where we live is very, people love cutting you down. Like, it's, if you can can control yourself here, you can do it anywhere in the world.
Well, I know a lot of people that could say the same thing where they live. So I think We don't even go there.
Yeah.
We don't even go there, because the thing is that you guys are so strong, and you're such a leading force. And you know the reason why they feel that way is just they're pissed off because they see something in you that they really want. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It always comes back to the same thing.
I've
So
had it, yeah. I've had it for a very long time, and I just laugh at it. Like it actually fuels me to do better. Like
yeah, that's what you
And-
want.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So good.
Changing that.
Can I add something, Emerald?
Someone spoke. I'm sorry, I don't know who it was. Sorry. Just go again.
It's Kirsten.
Yes, Kirsten.
I just wanted to add on that, and I agree, it was explained very well, but I think it took me at least 6 months of working with you to really understand for my goal how to live in the action space of it, because we've spent our whole life to whatever age we are now, living in a certain way. And so once you decide what your goal is, you might start to internalize it. You do a lot of your affirmations, you're changing a lot of your paradigms, but to actually change your actions is one of the hardest steps. And once I started changing my actions and thought, well, how would I do this in this person that I want to become? And that was the biggest thing for me. So I think for all of us, it's just really every time you go to do something, thinking, am I living from the place of my goal, or am I still living in my old way?
So it's like, I'll often ask myself, okay, if I was helping 100,000 people right now and I had $1 billion in the bank, not that I want $1 billion in my bank account, but in my life, circulating around there in the world would be nice. What is the decisions I would make, And that's where you want to go. That's the place you want to make your decisions from. Sorry, I think my internet's gone. I don't know what's happening today. Can you guys hear me?
It's a bit sketchy, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It keeps cutting in and out.
Oh, okay.
Like really wobbly.
Did you guys,
you go away for a while.
just like I'm totally out. Have you guys seen?
I think it's telling you your half an hour's up.
Oh, I think it is. I'll end on this really funny story. Sarah Blakely's husband is absolutely mad, and he took over her Instagram the other day, like pretending like he's happening right now, because he's even tried one. Okay, I love you all. We have to do sign language now. Back for day 3 tomorrow for Friday night fun. See you guys Friday night fun tomorrow, okay?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes. Great, Sarah. 100%. See you guys then.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow night. See ya. Bye-bye.